Hi, I'm Catie with RallyUp, and today I'm going to walk you through how to run a live auction. So first things first, you will log into your RallyUp account and go to Campaigns in the left menu, and then you'll select New Campaign. And then when you first get into campaign setup, we'll just ask a few questions to help us understand your campaign's needs. So if it asks if you'll host your fundraiser at a physical location, you will select yes. And then you can change your campaign terminology. You can enable peer-to-peer if you need it, but I'm going to skip that for now. And then when it asks if you need event balances, you're also going to select yes for that. And if you forget to enable this here, don't worry, you can enable it later. But event balances are pretty essential to how live auctions operate, and I'm going to show you all of that in full detail. So I will select continue. And then you can select the components that you want to include in your campaign. So I am going to select live auction. And then you'll notice here at the bottom that event balances are enabled and they can't be turned off. And that's because event balances, as I mentioned, are required for live auctions. All right, and then I'm going to skip ahead to the auction portion of campaign setup. And I will scroll down to where it says add auction items and then select create an item. Now this is how things will look in setup if you are only running a live auction. But if you are running a live auction and a silent auction in the same campaign, which you can do, then setup is going to look like this instead. So you can have separate lists for your live auction and your silent auction. Make sure that the items don't get mixed up. Really helps cut down on confusion. So I will make sure that I have the live auction items tab clicked, and then I will select create a live auction item. And as you can see, you can add images, a title, your starting bid and bid increment, a detailed description that you can format however you like. You can add categories if you have a lot of items. Whatever you need to do. And the great thing about having separate lists for your live and your silent auction items is that your live auction items will not be displayed on the campaign page. They are automatically hidden from people who visit your campaign online. That way they stay exclusive to the people who are going to participate in the live auction. All right, and then before I show you how a live auction works in real time, I want to explain a little bit more about event balances and guest numbers and how they relate to your silent auction. So I'm going to go back to campaigns in my left menu, and I'm going to select the campaign that I want to show y'all. And I'm going to scroll down to where it says Gala Ticketing Management. And of course, this is customizable terminology, so it might say event ticketing management or something like that. And then I'm going to click on what says here, view seat registrations. This could also say view ticket registrations or whatever terminology you're using. All right, so as you can see, each donor that has bought a ticket to my event has been assigned a unique donor number, and you can use this donor number to add purchases, bids, donations, what have you, to each attendee's event balance, which works a lot like a restaurant tab. So donors can just keep adding charges throughout the event, and then when the event ends, they can check out very quickly and easily, pay for everything all at once. They don't have to stand in a checkout line. They don't have to complete checkout more than once. It's just much smoother for everyone involved, not just for the donors who are attending, but also for your staff. And another thing I wanted to mention is that before you start your live auction, you will want to make sure that everyone who is participating has a paddle or a card with their guest number or their donor number on it. And then they can simply raise their paddle or their card throughout the live auction to indicate when they want to make a bid. All right, so now that we've covered all of that, it's time to show you how a live auction will work in real time. So when you're ready to start, there are a few different ways to do that. One of those is through your quick admin menu, which is available for all campaigns that are currently live. So you will select the campaign you want from the drop-down menu, and then in the links below, you can select live auction. And then another way is to go to campaigns in the left menu and select the campaign with the live auction that you want to start. And here where it says event management quick links, you will select live auction or start live auction. And that will take me to my live auction management page. and you will see a list of auction items that you can start the bidding on. I'm going to select this Christmas markets one, and then the bidding will begin. And then while you are running your live auction, you might want to display something called a live display, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you can project this live display on screens or monitors all around your venue, and it is always branded with your organization's branding settings, and it shows the item that you're auctioning off. You can add a fundraising goal if you like, and then there's also a live bidding feed. So while the bidding is going on, donors can see the item that they're bidding on. They can watch that fundraising thermometer go up and up and up, and they can see the bids come in real time. And it really generates excitement and can help increase the amount that people are willing to bid. All right, so let's say that I am a donor and I raise my paddle or my card indicating that I want to make a bid, and then a staff member or a volunteer will enter my bid for me very quickly. So you enter the donor number and then the bid amount, and then select Enter Bid. And done. The bid is entered. It is that simple. And then if you want to move on to the next item without declaring a winner, you will simply select Next Item. And if you want to go ahead and close bidding for this item and declare a winner, then you will select Close Bidding. And this will award the item to the winning bidder, who is Zacavia Jones. And so I will select Close Bidding again. And then I can simply select my next live auction item and start the process all over. And that is how you run a live auction on RallyUp. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.